getting answers for you as we inch closer to the 1-year mark of the May 16th tornado.
What are your parting words for people who are still living in their homes that are in disrepair,
Yes.
mold, people who have nowhere else to go, and they're thinking a year later, I'm still here?
Brent Solomon's one-on-one conversation with Mayor Cara Spencer. Today, much of North City remains decimated 8 days ahead of the grim 1-year anniversary of the tornado. Good evening, everyone. I'm Kelly Jackson. Tonight, we wanted to know why recovery is moving at a snail's pace. New at 10, Brent Solomon joins us in studio after sitting down with Mayor Spencer.
Well, the mayor says the city is putting one foot in front of the other. For people living in mold and ruins, progress seems to be out of sight. In my one-on-one with the mayor, I wanted answers to the questions you've been asking. Where is the money to get people back on their feet? And why have only 23 homes been repaired nearly a year after the storm? How are we doing a year later?
Well, we're doing okay. There's still so much pain and trauma, and there's so much work to do ahead of us.
You were elected mayor, and I believe this tornado hit a month later. You and your administration had to jump into action and create a plan. What did that plan consist of?
You're right. I took office 6 days after the election, and 37 days after the election, we were hit with the tornado. I was certainly in the process of building out a team. Immediately, it was to bring the governor here and to plead for FEMA to be on the ground. FEMA didn't do that for us. And so when that became clear that we were going to be driving the response as a city, we had to start building out what that looked like.
I think a lot of folks will say, the plans are in place. If you need this help, apply here. But when you look at the tracker and you look at applications received, I think one said 2,500.
2,500 applications.
23
yes.
completed.
Yes, yeah. Home repair is so difficult, particularly when you're using public dollars. The city hasn't had an effective apparatus for home repair. We knew that. What we decided to do was to provide that program with some additional funding to try to see if that could be scaled up. It didn't scale up very well.
I think about 6 months ago, you had a press conference or a community town hall, and one of the questions everyone kept asking is, where's the money? What is your answer to that question even now? Because people say they're still waiting.
They are still. We've deployed $30 million in interest in RAM settlement dollars. All said and done, the city, I believe, is right around $50 million in deployed resources.
Money dispersed.
Money allocated. Much of that has been dispersed.
Are checks being written every day?
Checks are being written on a regular basis. Yes.
Community advocates have been rallying, as you're aware.
I am.
Some interrupting your state of the city.
Yes.
Were you pleased with how that was handled? 5 people arrested.
It's hard to put into words how I feel about that. The pain that our community is feeling is very real, and everybody deserves to have their voice heard. There were actions on both sides that were both proud and some that I felt like could have been improved upon. And I was also able to give a state of the city, which so many people had also come to hear.
Looking back this past year, is there anything that makes you say, we could have done that better, or I wish I would have done this?
If we would have known that we were not going to get certain things from the federal government, certainly we could have pivoted earlier. But there were so many unknowns. Whether or not we could accelerate those local programs, that didn't turn to pan out as well as we had hoped.
Sam Page has called for a merge of county and city.
Yes.
Your reaction?
Well, I'll say I do agree. If FEMA is going to remain the way it has and requiring cities to do this locally, my hope is that as a region we can be better prepared, better coordinated, better organized, better collaborative and maybe better consolidated. Regionalizing how we think about emergency preparedness is absolutely something that we can, we should, and we need to be working on as a St. Louis region.
And the mayor says the city brought on a national contractor to help speed up home repairs. They've been on the ground for about a month. To date, there have been nearly 1,000 requests for demolition, but not a single one of those projects have been completed. The mayor promises a broader rebuild is coming.
Thanks, Brent. And 5 on Your Side is partnering with the Urban League of Metropolitan St. Louis to support North City neighbors still recovering from the May 16th tornado. We hope you'll join us next Friday from noon to 1 for the Rebuilding St. Louis Telethon hosted by Mike Bush. You can watch it live on air and on our free streaming app. You don't have to wait until then to help out. You can scan the QR code on your screen that you see right there to donate. You can also text the word RECOVER to 314-425-5355. We'll send you a link.